Previously, in Episode 2, we uncovered Jimmy Hoffa's secret ties with the Mafia. Deals that gave him incredible power, but planted the seeds of his destruction. Now, the story takes a darker turn. This is the fall of a king, a man who ruled America's working class, but could not escape his own empire of corruption and betrayal. By the early 1960s, Jimmy Hoffa was untouchable. The Teamsters Union had millions of members, billions of dollars in assets, and influence that reached deep into politics, business, and organized crime. But Hoffa's enemies were growing stronger, and none were more dangerous than Robert F. Kennedy and the U.S. Justice Department. Kennedy launched what was called the Get Hoffa Squad, a dedicated federal task force whose only goal was to take Hoffa down. They wiretapped his phones, followed his movements, and built criminal cases one piece at a time. The charges ranged from bribery and jury tampering to misuse of union funds. Hoffa fought every accusation with arrogance and confidence, insisting he was framed. But the net was tightening. In 1964, the inevitable happened. Hoffa was convicted of jury tampering and fraud, sentenced to 13 years in prison. For a man who once commanded an army of millions, it was a devastating blow. Inside the cold prison walls, Hoffa's empire began to crumble. His rivals within the Teamsters, especially Frank Fitzsimmons, took over and began cozying up to the same mob bosses Hoffa had once controlled. From his cell, Hoffa watched his kingdom slip away. He wrote letters, made calls, and tried to hold on to power, but betrayal was everywhere. The Mafia, once his ally, no longer needed him. The new Teamsters leadership was easier to control and far less ambitious. By 1971, when President Richard Nixon commuted Hoffa's sentence, he stepped out of prison a free man, but not a powerful one. He wanted his throne back, but his enemies had changed. The mob that had once protected him now saw him as a threat. Hoffa started to make moves to regain leadership of the Teamsters, but he didn't realize that every step he took was being watched. The Mafia warned him to stay out. Hoffa refused. He told reporters, "I'm not afraid of them. I made them, and I can break them." But those words would be among his last public defiance. In our next episode, we'll follow Hoffa's final days. Mysterious phone calls, secret meetings, and the day he vanished without a trace. The question remains, who betrayed Jimmy Hoffa? If you love true crime and unsolved mysteries, hit subscribe, give this video a like, and turn on the bell, because next time, we uncover the disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa.